Hello, everyone. Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, founder at Online Seller UK. And today we've got a really interesting topic that's about Google Ads to Amazon products. And I'm joined by Dr. Travis from Profitable Pineapple Ads Agency. Dr. Travis, welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, looking forward to talking to your audience, and thanks for having me on.
Excellent. So I think it's good for yourself to introduce yourself, your company, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah, so my name's Dr. Travis Ziegler. I'm actually an optometrist by trade, got my doctorate in 2010, practiced optometry for about 6 to 7 years, ended up getting the entrepreneur bug, started an online business, saw that the online business was taking off faster than my two practices. So we sold the two practices, focused all in online. We actually sold that company in 2021. It was an eye care company because my wife and I are both optometrists. And so that eye care company we sold in 2021. In the meantime, people were asking us to manage their Amazon PPC because we did such a good job with our company. And so Profitable Pineapple Ads was born in about 2019, 2018. And then we started making it official in 2020. And here we are at the time of this recording in 2023. We're now a team of 11 and we have over 50 clients. So it's been fun.
Excellent. That's good story behind this, Dr. Travis. So obviously Amazon ads are successful and all that sort of thing. So we know that part. But lately we're seeing that people or sellers are interested in bringing traffic from Google to Amazon. So or we call it external traffic, as so to say. So why? Let's start with that.
Amazon loves external traffic. Amazon rewards external traffic. And so when you send people to their platform, you're sending outside traffic to their platform. And if they make a sale from that, they're going to reward you for that. And the reason is because you're sending people that aren't on Amazon over to Amazon. They know the lifetime value of their Prime members. They know the lifetime value of their non-Prime members. They know how much money they can make from that referral. So they're going to reward you. Even though this outside traffic is going to have a lower conversion rate, they're going to reward you because of that. So a reward includes increased organic ranking, and then of course, more organic sales as a result. But they also give you a 10% cashback bonus as a result too. So they have the Amazon attribution program. And when you use an Amazon attribution link that you create, this is inside Campaign Manager, then you will actually get 10% back on all that traffic you refer. So we pay Amazon that referral fee of 15%. It varies, of course, but average is around 15%. They'll lower that to 5% if you send outside traffic. So it's a bonus. We send, in my brand that we sold, we were sending $30,000 in external traffic to our brand. So that was a $3,000 bonus every month that just went straight to our bottom line. And we've been doing this since 2017, and we didn't get that bonus. We used to track it with Amazon associate links, and it was a 2% bonus because you sent with the Amazon affiliate program, and the tracking was horrid. So the Amazon attribution program is a step up in tracking. It still sucks, but it's getting better. And then you get a 10% bonus instead of 2%. So it was this instant boost to our bottom line when that came out, and it's a lot easier to track. And we've been using it since 2017. Of course, the Amazon attribution program for about a year and a half now.
Okay, excellent. I think, is it difficult to set up this attribution stuff?
Absolutely not. It's like 2 clicks. So you're inside Campaign Manager, and you'll see a little bar graph over to your left. And when you hover over that bar graph, it's going to pull up 2 little options. One's going to be reports. The other one's going to be attribution. Click that attribution. You may have to sign up for the program. You have to be brand registered for it. But literally the sign up is like clicking a button, and then you're signed up. And then you create campaigns. And when you create a campaign, you just name it. You put the link you want to send them to. So we usually send it direct to product page using like a canonical URL. Canonical URL is just a fancy word for that URL at the top when you're on your product page. Essentially, it's the base URL without all the UTM trackers at the end. And then once you put that in, it creates an attribution link for you. I don't like to use 2-step or black hat URLs in that because you just don't get into that game. Some other links that I have used are store page, so storefront URLs. So if we've made a landing page on the storefront, or if we have like a series of products we're promoting, we'll do a storefront. And then also we've done add to cart URLs. And the reason we did that is because we were having a buy one, get one free sale. And so when you add the 2 to the cart, it automatically gives you the buy one, get one free. So we made that into an attribution link so the customer could just click from an email or a Google ad or a Facebook ad. It'd go straight to the cart, add 2 to the cart, and they'd get the buy one, get one free.
Okay, that's excellent. So so we've gone through the uses, why, and how to create attribution links. Now, let's going to the Google Ads side of things. Amazon Ads, in some ways, when we look at Google Ads, it's straightforward, and Google Ads much more complicated to create one. So, uh, we've got limited time to talk, how to create one. It's best to go through the demo. But if you could put some highlights on what are the steps of creating Google Ads, some of the best practices, if you can talk it through
Yeah.
and your experience, that'll be really helpful.
So my goal, I can probably talk most people that are listening to this in a minute on how to create a Google ad, because I am not a Google Ads expert. I am an expert in Google Ads to Amazon. That's it. I don't master everything else, because Google Ads can be complicated if you do Performance Max, or if you maximize for conversions, or you're trying to figure out YouTube with the display advertisement, with the search advertising. So
Yeah.
I don't worry about any of that.
Okay.
The thing I'm focusing on is search advertising. Search advertising is when somebody searches on Google, it pops up those ads. I want them to click on those ads and go over to Amazon to buy. That's the simplest ad you can make. So the first thing I'm going to do is find search terms that I want to be advertising for on Google. And I'm going to do that through Amazon keyword research. Or if you've done Amazon advertising before, just download your search term report. Download your search term report, find the search terms that you're making the most sales for on Amazon, and we're just going to take those over to Google. Now, I like to make very, very granular Google ads and Amazon PPC ads. I have one search term per campaign. And the reason I do that is because you can read the customer's mind, and whatever they're searching for, your ad's going to pop up. Is it more work? Yes, but it's going to get a higher click-through rate, which then leads to cheaper clicks. And something to keep in mind, conversion rate to Amazon, when you have a higher conversion rate, you're going to be higher up in the organic rankings. Conversion rate to Amazon is the same as click-through rate to Google Ads. The higher your click-through rate, the more it's going to show your ads, the cheaper your clicks are going to be. So it's going to be better. So let's walk through the Google Ads process. We're going to do a Google search ad. We're going to maximize for clicks. So website traffic. We're not maximizing for conversions because we don't have that data from Amazon. Maybe someday we will, but we just don't have it yet. To be able to, we have the Amazon attribution links, but to be able to sync it back through to Google, to be able to optimize it. So search ad, we maximize for clicks, and then we put the one search term that we're going after. So my example I always give is eyelid wipes. That was one of our best sellers. So I'll put eyelid wipes in exact match and eyelid wipes in phrase match. And then what we'll do is I'll set like a $5 to $10 budget to test out. And then we just make an ad around that, making sure we use eyelid wipes in that ad abundantly. Now, since we're sending them to Amazon with that attribution link to be able to track it, we can use the word Amazon in our ads. So buy eyelid wipes on Amazon. Check out reviews for eyelid wipes on Amazon. Check out the 4,500 plus ratings on Amazon. Use Amazon, use call to actions, buy now on Amazon, save on Amazon. If you have a coupon going, $2 off on Amazon, things like that. So with your ads, make sure you have a lot of call to actions. Make sure you advertise a coupon that you're having on. You can put countdown timers in your ads. That's getting a little more complex, but not too much. But it's very simple. It's a search-based ad, maximizing for clicks, $5 to $10 a day budget, that one search term that's at the top of your search term report. And we're just going to make ads with a $5 budget with each of those search terms. So at the end of the day, we might have 10, 20, 100 different Google ads. Start out with what's manageable for you, but it's very simple. And that's a simple way to make a Google ad direct to your product page listing. And then there's also softwares for this. The ones that come to the top of mind are amp.io has been all over the Amazon space. There's mavericx.io. Helium 10 is going to have a software that comes out with this eventually. I know it's in beta right now. And then, or you can just track it manually, which is what I do.
Excellent. You know what? You made it so easier that I'm hearing through this. I think anybody listening can go away and actually do it. So when you create these campaigns, then is there any steps then going forward to optimize it? Do we need to take any actions to optimize it? Do you want to talk a little bit on that?
So it was a lot of work back in the day, but with this maximize clicks, Google does the optimizing for you. So the goal of Google, if you have a $5 a day budget, is to maximize the amount of clicks. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So as you start to see a positive ROAS or a low ACOS, whatever you're trying to go after, what we're going to do there is then raise the budget as a result. So if you're profitable, I usually go for about a 1.5 ROAS. And so that's $1 in, I get $1.50 out. Again, external traffic, Amazon rewards you, you shoot up in the organic rank as a result. It creates this kind of moat around your listing to be able to
Sure.
go up to the top and stay there. So $5 a day budget. Let's say I'm getting 20-cent clicks and I'm profitable. I'm then going to raise it to $10 a day. What it's going to do is probably take that 20 cents cost per click and it's going to raise it up to probably 25 to 30. And so what I do is I play with that budget to figure out what's a good budget for this search term that is still profitable. It may never be profitable and you have to decide whether to turn it on or off, or you may scale it. Some of my best ads are spending over $100 a day on external traffic. And we can get into that a little bit more later because that's a little different strategy. But the direct from Google Ads to product page, your ROAS is going to be a lot lower because you're sending external traffic over to Amazon and it's just going to be a little harder. So 1.5 to 4 ROAS is what you're going for with those Google Ads direct to your product page listing.
Okay. So, and the steps of optimizing the ads, is there any couple of days, or do you based on how many clicks you get? So, how do you do it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So both. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I check it weekly, and
Okay.
we actually have our team member, because we manually track these. We select manual tracking. We've tried the softwares out there. We just like to do it manually. Nothing against the softwares, but on Tuesdays, she records all the data from the week prior because attribution just takes a little while to catch up right now.
Yep.
Hopefully it will be more real time eventually.
Yeah.
But then on Wednesdays, we analyze and then we make the changes. So we lose a little bit of optimization because of that lag, but it's the best we can do right now. And then on Wednesdays, we change things. So we may increase the budget, but most of the time, once you find where this budget needs to be, you just leave it alone. I have 25 ads, I think, running for my old brand that we haven't touched in like a year because they just continue to perform because we've been doing them for so long that they're really optimized and we don't have to do much with them. So play with that budget, move it up and down. That's going to change your bid.
Yep.
And you just got to figure out what the budget is. Some of my budgets, $10 a day. That's all we could do. Some of my budgets, $100 a day. Some are 5. It just depends on the search term. It depends on what you're doing with it. And it depends on if you're going direct to product page, bidding on product-based keywords, or my other strategy, which we haven't talked about yet, is bidding on problem-based keywords, which is a lot cheaper, but a little different, which we can go into probably a little bit later.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I think you've given us quite good basic things around creating the ads and optimizing. That's really good. Um, and you've talked about a few things that you wanted to talk a little bit later. I think it's good to talk about it before we close because close the podcast today.
So later is now. So you guys didn't have to wait long at all. So the first part I talked about product-based keywords. Those are the ones you're getting off Amazon search term reports, and you're going direct to your Amazon listing. So Google ad, product-based search term going direct to your Amazon listing or your storefront or whatever you want to do. The second, and this is kind of what I've become known for in this space, and this is what I've been doing since 2017, is we do problem-based keywords. Problem-based keywords are usually not going to show up on your search term report. They can sometimes, but not usually. And this is, what is the problem that your product solves? So my product-based keyword is eyelid wipes. My problem-based keyword is dry eye, blepharitis, styes, hordeolums. You guys are probably like, what are these? These are all eye diseases of the eyelid. That's the problem that my product solves. So then what I do is I create a blog post around a sty or a dry eye blog post. And I'll talk about dry eye, what causes it. And then here's some things you can do for relief. Now you have to be careful with FDA structure function claim when you make these blog posts. That's another episode that we could talk about, not in this one. So we have this, what is dry eye causes, here's how you help dry eye, try these eyelid wipes out, go buy them on Amazon. So that in that blog post, we're going to have Amazon attribution links that go over to buy on Amazon. Now we're taking Google Ads to a blog post instead that educates the consumer. It's like a advertorial or a warm-up page, and then they'll go over to buy on Amazon. Now, those are the ones that I'm really scaling. Those are the ones that I told you about earlier that I'm spending $100 a day on. Because what I can do with that then is they're landing on my blog posts, which then I can pixel them. Pixels still work at the beginning of 2023. They won't probably at the end of 2023, but they still work now. So you can pixel them to retarget them on Facebook or TikTok or whatever you pixel them on, Google. And then you can get their email address. So you can get them on a list to then email market back to them. But the goal of this is to get them to buy over on Amazon. And then once you start to see that ROAS being higher, so I've got ROASs up in the 7s, the 5s, and higher. And again, scaling them, we get them to about $20 a day to $100 a day, somewhere in there. I haven't got one that's any above that. A Google ad expert would be like $100 a day. That's scaling. It is in this situation. And most of our clients are spending anywhere between $20 and $100 a day on these blog posts, articles, because we just can't get them above that to keep it profitable because conversion rate is going to be lower. So again, problem-based keyword to a blog post describing that problem and then how your product solves it, and then attribution link over to Amazon to buy. That's kind of been our bread and butter. That's how we've been able to send over $30,000 in revenue to Amazon every single month. Last year alone, we had, I think it was 650,000 clicks from Google Ads to a blog or Amazon Direct. This is just my account at 12 cents average cost per click.
Wow.
And the reason is because we get so granular with our ads. This ad is for eyelid wipes exact, direct to my eyelid wipes. This ad is for styes exact, talking about going to an article about how to get rid of a stye. When you get that granular, you get a high cost click-through rate on your Google ads, and that lowers your cost per click. So we did 650,000 clicks last year on just my account, 12 cents average cost per click, like I just said. And then that drove about $500,000 in revenue over to Amazon, a little less.
Absolutely. So another good thing about what these blogs and things like that is organically you're driving much more traffic as well.
Yeah. So I don't do SEO. I don't worry about SEO. But like you said, as a result of people just going there and reading the articles and clicking through,
exactly,
Google moves you up in organic. And then once organic hits with your paid advertisement, that's when these can really take off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the long run, I'm expecting with these strategies in place, your Amazon PPC cost will be much more efficient, I would have thought, and perform much better in the long run.
And when people ask me what I do with our agency, I don't like to say Amazon PPC agency because I like to tell them that we build a moat around your listing because we do it with Amazon PPC as our primary. But then, of course, we do DSP as well. But then we do this strategy that I just talked about, Google Ads Direct, Google Ads to blog over, and this does not work for everyone. So don't think that it's going to work for you. It works for people that actually solve problems with their brand. If you can't think of what problem your product solves, then this isn't going to work for you. If you're selling a rubber spatula and there's no differentiation between everything that's out there, I'm sorry, it's not going to work for you.
Yeah. But it works really well for people with for the products that actually solve problem, which is great. Okay, cool. So thank you for all the information you've given us today. So I think let's go into wrap up. So before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to add?
Well, yeah, thank you for having me on. And I have a YouTube channel as well that you guys can find. It's Profitable Pineapple. And I go through this strategy. So, and then I also have a free course that kind of talks about this as well. It's actually talks about my whole audience building process. And you can find that at profitablepineapple.com.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time today again. And I'll speak to you soon. All the best.
Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. Bye-bye.